I have a sound on. There's an echo. No, it's okay. It's gone now. Sorry about that. Oh, well, welcome back to the Mega List. This is the Mega List here at Tulips and Honey. Every Friday, as you guys know, I go live here on either YouTube or Facebook or there's Twitter. Whichever one you guys prefer to watch it on is the one where you get to watch it because I'm live on all of them. And today, I am actually going to be joined by a couple of wonderful sisters in Christ. I'm super excited. You probably saw on the little image at the very beginning. I have. Oh no. I can hear an echo. I'm so sorry, listeners. Do either of you guys have it on in the background by any chance? No. How about you, Sandy? Do you have it on in the background?
No, I don't have anything on.
I don't know why I can hear it. That's so weird. Okay, well, listeners, let me know in the comment sections over on the side. Nope, it's that way. It's the other way. It's the way that you guys can see it. Let me know if you can hear us well and if you're hearing a weird echo. But let me introduce to you the two wonderful sisters that agreed to come live here on this show, even though I always have all kinds of crazy technological issues. They still came because they're so super sweet. So today, joining me, I have Sandy Ramirez and Shannon Shearer. Thank you so much, ladies, for doing this. That's Sandy. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, how are y'all? How's everybody?
It's your turn, Shannon.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shannon. Nice to meet y'all.
Shannon is super nervous, but she's going to do a great job. These two ladies, they agreed to do this. You guys, I'm not even paying them, so I feel like we should really give them some love. I am watching the comments and looking at the comments over here on my screen, just in case I missed them over there. Last time, you guys, we broke a record for comments. A record. I got a little make-believe trophy for breaking a record for all the comments. So let's do that again. Yeah, I love that.
Was it a pineapple? Was it a pineapple trophy?
If it was, I would have given it back.
Here you go. You can take it.
Okay.
Papa John's declared, you guys. He declared it. Okay?
Yeah, but we don't follow him.
Well, it's a good thing that John MacArthur has also suggested that pineapple on pizza is a bad idea. I'm just saying. Okay, look, don't hate the messenger.
I might have to change my
one of these days
I'm going pastors I'm going to listen to. I might have to change that.
Yeah. I just need to get Bodie Walkham and Paul Washer on to talk to one of them about it.
Wow.
That would be nice. So, but so far I haven't. But these two wonderful ladies are going to be joining me today to talk about all of the things on the list. Any of the links that you see should be linked in the descriptions. Let me just make sure real quick. Yes, all of those links, and there's a lot. All of these links are linked in the descriptions in case you want to go check out anything that we're talking about. And so that'll be kind of fun. Let me know in the comment section below where you guys are listening from. That was really fun last time. There were some people from other countries, and so that was kind of neat. So we love to hear where you're from, what you're up to, responding, and all that good stuff. So we're going to start our list. We have a lot of shout-outs today, ladies. Like, it was so much fun to pull together shout-outs with both of you. You guys had some really, really cool things to put in here. So, Sandy, take it away. What's your first shout-out?
Okay, the first one we have is for Bronner. Yay! From Redeemed Mama Saved by Grace. She's got a new 7-day devotional that's coming out, and it's called Freedom from Anxiety. So that should be pretty interesting for those of us that do, especially with the 4th of July coming up. Yeah. Right, we have a lot of people that have PTSD.
That's right.
That they suffer with, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a good book. A good devotional to get them through that also. So, yay for Bronner!
Yes, yeah, I'm super excited to see her doing that and just to get to see her heart in that. And she messaged me about, like, I don't even remember, it's been quite a while ago about like needing prayer for that. And so her heart in that is just really, really beautiful that she's coming from a point where she's struggled with that and she wants to help other people who are struggling with that. So I think that's great. And you can pre-order that. The link is in the descriptions. Or if you have Kindle Unlimited like I do, I don't know why I have Kindle Unlimited. One day it was just there. It's free if you have Kindle Unlimited. So there you go. All right. And the next one Shannon's going to take away for us.
Go, Shannon.
Maybe second start a little nervous. Okay, so I was going to be talking about Tami and Gina and their articles that we've been writing lately. Wonderful articles. Thank you, ladies, for writing them. Like, it's been very edifying and very, just like wonderful, very informative, like Sandy has said before. Thank you for writing those. Sorry, like, so thank you for that. So if you guys ever want to look at them, go to Tulips and Honey website. Like, they'll have like an article, so like they'll look at different ones you can check out them.
Definitely. Yeah, you did know you did great. You're doing so great. Guys, we need to give Shannon some love. She's doing a great job. This is like your first time doing anything like this, so it's very impressive. And yes, there is a Shannon. Yay! I wish I had audience clapping here that I could do. So cool.
You guys are so sweet.
So cool. I need to find that and get that. But there is the link to the article for Tami and Gina, Tami Dykes and Gina Cook. They both write for me at the blog, at the Tulips and Honey blog. And they also have books. And so I made sure to bring their books here so that I could show you guys. Wow, that background is straight up disappearing into the green screen. How about that? And then it's a magical book. It's a magical book that disappears into green screens. It's magical. Both Tami and Gina have written children's books, and I have both of them. They're both hopefully they're both gonna disappear into the background because that's how much fun we're having here. So Tami's Being Too Small is Big Enough, and then Gina's is Just a Little Lion. And both of these books really encouraged my daughter. She immediately wanted to become a writer after she read them. So these are both really sweet, wonderful books. So I'm thankful that they write for the blog, and I am thankful that they have given so much of their time for us to edify us through all of their writings. And the next thing on our list, boy, we are moving and grooving. You guys, tomorrow is the 4th of July, and my little girl just came down here right before we went live and was like, "You haven't started yet? It's almost 7 o'clock. We need to go buy fireworks." So we're moving and grooving straight on through this. We're doing good. Hopefully you guys can hear us, because I usually get a bunch of comments about sound, and I'm not getting any comments right now about sound. So either the comments are not working or you guys can't hear us. Hopefully it's not that you guys can't hear us, because that would not be good.
No.
So hopefully you guys can hear
send
us.
a message. Somebody comment. I'm here.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let us know. Hopefully you can hear well. I guess it's good not to hear. We can't hear you. Oh. That's never a good thing to hear.
Yeah.
So that's good, at least that we're not hearing. We can't hear you. Okay, so the next thing really quickly that I was going to mention, actually I mentioned this I think last mega list, was the woman who was going to be going over to Bulgaria. Hi Kim, it's good to see you. Hi. Oh my goodness, I'm just going to talk about you.
Hi Kim, we miss you.
Somebody said sound. That's your husband. That's your husband, Sandy.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Pastor Edward. Okay, so this next one actually came from Kim. She has a sister in Christ who is going to be helping over in Bulgaria. I may be pronouncing that incorrectly. And so I linked to their family, the Cruz family. It's linked in the description so that you can read sort of their story and join us in praying for them. And hopefully that will be edifying for you guys to see that even though this pandemic is still causing quite a bit of problems, that there are people still going and proclaiming the truth. So I was hoping that would be really, really encouraging to you. And speaking of Pastor Edward, she already spoke in Bolivia. Oh my goodness. No kidding.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's really cool. So you guys don't have to pray for that anymore then, because it had happened. And you know what I asked my husband one time? I was like, if we pray for something now about something that happened in the past, because God knows the past and the future, will it still work even if it happened in the past? And my husband was like, wait, what?
It's a good question, though.
I know.
I'm like, never heard that.
He doesn't exist in time, so how does that work? I'm glad to hear that it went well, though, Kim. I'm so blessed by that, and I hope that your vacation, sister, is going very well, because she is on vacation right now, and she sent us some pictures of a beautiful beach that she got to see this morning. Yeah. So the next thing that I wanted to mention really quickly is Pastor Edward, actually, who was in the comments just a second ago letting us know about sound. He has a great YouTube page, and I linked to it so that you can subscribe to it. His sermons that you can hear on the podcast on Sunday, they're all available already on his YouTube page. And so one of the great things about that is that you don't have to wait for it if you prefer video over, like a lot of people do, they prefer video, or maybe there's a Sunday that you're not going to make it to church, and maybe your church doesn't have the availability of putting their sermons online. Pastor Edward has already taken the time with his beautiful wife here to get all of those on there and made available for you so that you can view those sermons. He's going through tulips on the podcast right now, and I think this Sunday will be the eye, so we're really excited about that. And it's so edifying to see somebody who's willing to just stand uncompromisingly on the truth of God's word the way that Pastor Edward does. And he's really funny, and he's not like dry or anything. It's a sense of humor, but he's not goofy funny, like I feel like there's a balance there, ladies. Like you see the guys that are just clowns. They're just up there being total dorks.
He's very serious.
Yeah, he's serious, and he's talking about serious subjects, but he interjects some humor into it. I think probably just because that's his personality coming out in his sermons, and it really helps, especially with the heavy subjects. So that's really, really helpful. Sandy's got the next review, recommendation, suggestion, thingamabob. Sandy, take it away. It's all you. You got it.
It keeps. I hope you can hear me because it keeps knocking me out.
Oh no.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about, or I want to give a shout out to Brooke Bartz.
Showing shit.
But she has a book. There you go. But she has a book called Chronic Love: Trusting God While Suffering with a Chronic Illness. There you are. And I love this book, and I recommend it to everybody out there. I have the Kindle version, and I was blessed to receive the actual book. So thank you. But what I like about it is that she talks about her illness that she suffers with, and even if caretakers that are caring for individuals that have chronic diseases, that have disabilities, her book is full of scripture. It's so written so well, and what I like about it the most is that I apply it to my own life, not just because of a chronic illness, but when you read it, you can apply it to your daily life, your struggles that you go through, even if you don't have a chronic illness. But anyway, so that's my shout out for her. I love her to death, and I'm so excited that she wrote that book. So, yay, Brooke!
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that her book had so much scripture in it that her editor had to have her use two separate versions of the Bible so that they didn't get copyright infringement. But this book has a lot of scripture. Yeah.
I think my favorite chapter is the chapter 10, and also she asks questions at the end of some of her chapters. Also,
I like that.
So I do too.
That's really helpful. Helps me remember things better.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Sandy, you also get the next one too. You lucky lady, you.
Thank you. So Michelle, Lesley, and Amy Spreeman, they have a podcast called A Word Fitly Spoken, which is Proverbs 25:11. For those of you, I didn't know that. I looked it up and I saw, hey, that's the scripture. Anyway, so I love these women. Also, they've been a real inspiration to me in learning and just wanting to learn more. They had an article recently posted called Just Pray. And Lauren, you were asking the question about, does God still hear my prayer if I've prayed this a long time ago, And actually, they mentioned that even if you prayed only one time for a specific thing, and then you forget, you stop praying about it, that God doesn't forget those prayers. He remembers those prayers. And even sometimes when we haven't prayed about something, He still blesses us even before we pray. So I just really love that. And also another one they did that I posted on Tulips was the generational curses. That was very interesting. So if y'all get a chance to go back and look at those posts about Just Pray and generational curses, I highly recommend it. If you've had questions of about praying and this, they're great articles. And so I'm blessed by the ladies.
Yeah, I love their podcast too.
Yes.
Those two, they're such blessings. Like both of them, are just, their blogs. Wow, I mean, you can find just about anything, any topic.
Yes.
If you can't find it on one of them, you're going to find it on the other one.
Yes.
And so it's definitely a place that I usually recommend when anybody has like questions or anything. I'm like, hey, you know what? I bet you one of these two ladies have addressed that, and if they haven't, then Elizabeth Prada over at the End Times has. So I want to say hi to Tammy real quick. That's who said hi, ladies, over here. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Talking about you. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna move on to book reviews. I'm sorry, you guys, that we're moving so super fast, but I just know my little girl.
Yeah, fireworks to buy.
Yes, yeah, she's up there like counting the pennies to see how many. I'm sure. I'm kidding. There's no pennies in her piggy bank. Do you know what? Here's a little interesting fact for you guys listening. This one's free, okay? This is free of charge here. It is more expensive to make a penny than the penny is actually worth. Now you know. You're welcome. Yeah, that's.
Did not know that.
I can sleep at nights now.
You're welcome. Solving the world's problem one fact at a time. Okay.
One penny at a time.
Yes. Okay, I'm really excited about this. This is the sweetest little book here. And the girl, there's three of them. It's a family that wrote this. Gracie, Jaylee, and Traci Danker. But the little one, Gracie, she's 14. And this was sort of like, I don't know, for me to just see a 14-year-old take the initiative and write this book. It's probably, hopefully it's not backward on the screen. Yay, sometimes it goes backward on the screen. But so Redeemed Ranch series, Redeemed Ranch Gospel Dog. The images in this, like the pictures and everything, I feel like if you can see, these are things that children love. They love to deal with animals like this. The plot, the storyline is very relatable for children. It's understandable. It's biblical. And Kaylee read it twice. My little one, she read it twice. And the reason she read it twice was she said, "Mommy, I want to make sure it's biblical." So before you go and talk about it, she read it twice.
That was sweet.
She's so adorable. So this is the book review that I wanted to do. I haven't gotten to do a book review in like forever. So this is my first brand new. I see you, you cute thing, you. My husband just tried to walk by. He ran as quick as he could because the last time he made the mistake of walking by while I was live, I made him come give me kisses. So he ran.
I remember that episode.
I love him. He's so stinking cute. Okay, so sorry. That was my squirrel. I do have my squirrel picture for you guys. That was a squirrel. There you go. That's my squirrel sound. That's what you're gonna get. Oh, that's right. They do. I was impressed by how many noises they actually make. It's very fascinating to hear their little weird sounds. Oh, Kim liked that one. You're so sweet. So this book, hopefully you guys get a chance if you have little ones that you need some stories to read to them. You want it to be a biblical story. You want it to be encouraging and uplifting and helpful, educational, helpful for things that they're going to have to deal with, like emotions and stuff like that. I found this to be very, very, very not just sweet, but very. It is sweet, but it also has a depth to it that I feel like is not out of the range for little ones. So that is my book review for this time. I'm super excited to even get to do a book review. This has been so long. But let's see here. Next thing that we're going to be talking about, we got a listener question, and I've heard it. Okay, I've gotten a lot of questions about this lady. This is one of the people that if it's not Jen Wilkins, it's this lady. I get these questions quite a bit. And so when I mentioned this, Sandy was like, oh my goodness, guess what? So I'm just going to let Sandy take it away. The question is, what kind of teacher is Christine Caine? So Sandy's going to take this and answer this listener question because she rocks.
Yeah, I'll do as much as I can. But coming out of a charismatic church, Christine Caine was one of our guest speakers at one time, her and Lisa Bevere. And I didn't know it at the time because I was in the Word of Faith church and I just believed all this stuff. But Christine Caine is a false teacher. She is an ordained minister, which we know automatically that that's a no-no, that's wrong. So a couple of things that I've highlighted on here is that she is part of the New Age practices condemned in the Bible, such as the impartation about Simon and the magician tried to grab the power of the spirit the wrong way and it was cursed. It says that Christine Caine is part of the rise of the feminine Church of Eden. I've never heard of that before. She partners with heretics, promotes them, and endorses them. She is a member, leader in a doctrinal heretic Word of Faith. She twists scriptures, and she just does all kinds of stuff like that. She doesn't travel, they say, with her husband. She basically is the leader of the family. She's the head of the house, not her husband. And I think even Sinclair Ferguson wrote an article about her also. So we do want to stay away from her. And I'm just going to plug this in real quick. Michelle Lesley wrote an article on 6 ways your credibility is crushed when you defend a false teacher. And she has a list of female pastors that, of course, we're supposed to stay away from all of them, but she does have a list of female pastors on her page also.
Yeah.
So,
and that's just michelleleslie.com if you guys want that. And she does, she's got great lists, not only of the ones to avoid, but the ones that you can listen to, and then the ones in between. Like, she covered it all, and it's just, it's impressive what she's capable of doing.
I've learned so much through these women, coming out of where I was at this past year, and not to talk about myself or anything, but I've really learned a lot from you ladies and from these women, what I would consider godly women.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed by them.
Yeah, I'm so blessed. And I'm excited about Michelle getting to talk in the conference soon, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Not yet. Sorry. I'm too excited. I can't wait. Shannon, you guys' names are a little too close, okay? We're going to work on that. Yeah. Before you give the really, really cool news, Shannon, I just want to say hi to Traci Danker, who's actually in the comments over on YouTube. Thank you for watching and for sending me this book and giving us the opportunity to talk about this. You guys, I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth about it tomorrow on the blog, so make sure that you check that out. This really is just such a very sweet, exciting book. Me too. Who sent me to, though? Tammy did. Tammy sent me to. Hi, she didn't mean,
that's sweet.
She didn't mean hashtag me too, though. Don't worry. So Shannon, you get to give the really good news because you were nervous, and I wanted you to get to tell everybody the fun stuff.
But guess what? Tilms and Honey is doing a book giveaway tomorrow for the celebration of Lauren's 5th anniversary. Happy anniversary!
That's great. Yes.
So the first book is going to be The Life of Susan Spurgeon, about Charles Spurgeon's wife, pretty much. The second one is The 10 Commandments by Thomas Watson.
Yep.
To be able to be entered into this, you must comment on this video. So please comment below when you have a moment. Thank you. And good luck. Hopefully. Thank you.
Do we get to comment?
Yes.
That's a good question.
You are both yes.
Oh, wow.
Right ahead, yeah. So tomorrow I am celebrating my 5th new birthday. Tomorrow's my anniversary of being saved. And so back in July 4th of 2015, we were here at the same place at Bismarck, and it was our first time here at Bismarck. The apartment complex wasn't ready yet. And at the time I was a false convert. We were staying in a hotel, this really nice little hotel with all the hotels up here have indoor pools with they have indoor pools with those giant 100-foot slides and stuff. It's like a whole thing instead of just a pool, I don't know. And I think it's because it's so cold here, they don't get to swim enough, so they just have it. Maybe that's why.
That makes sense.
So we were there in that little hotel, and a preacher from Texas, a street preacher, sent me a Paul Washer sermon, and I had never heard anything like that before. And it took a few hours, but eventually, hi Chris, hi Maria, I'm glad to see you guys in the comments. It's good to see you guys. I probably should mention too that if you're over on Facebook and you get the chance, you can't do it in the group, but if you get the chance on the page to tag other people, that'll give you different entries into the book giveaway. But so I heard that gospel preached, and God graciously saved me. It's been 5 years now. I spent over a decade as a false convert before that, so it's kind of crazy that was the first time I heard that sin is actually a problem. So there you go. And so to celebrate that, I picked two of the books that have made the biggest difference in my life as a new believer whenever I was first saved. The 10 Commandments by Thomas Watson. It's like 17 hours of an audiobook, so it's not like a small, some of his books are small, but this particular one is not a small book. But it is like a feast of just scriptural knowledge, because he's going through each commandment, and the way he explains it is so beautiful, and it's so biblical, but it's also like, it's not condemning to where you feel beat down. It's actually like he's explaining why these are good and how they are like connected to God's attributes. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful book. So that one, almost immediately after being saved, getting to read that was just mind-blowing to me. And then the Susie Spurgeon book a few years later, because, as a wife, to hear their love story was just so wonderful. To hear them love one another in Christ from the very beginning all the way through. It's always a book I recommend to newlyweds or anybody who's like maybe thinking about getting engaged. That's always the book that is a go-to. So hopefully Shannon will win it.
That would be, I'll just go buy it.
There you go. There you go. You're so funny. Okay. That is actually all we have for shout outs. The only thing left that I just wanted to mention really quickly is the open hearts. And just a warning, I'm getting sappy. Chris, you missed it. I almost got my husband back in here. You missed it. I could have gotten a lot sappier, I'm just saying. It almost happened. So, but he ran really quickly because he knows that I'm live right now. He's a smart man. Smart. I don't even have the puppy in here right now. Thank goodness that my husband was home, because that puppy, he's decided that this is his toy. And so when I have him in here with me to keep him from being a monster all over the house, he keeps trying to eat my microphone, and that was, I'm so sorry, that just was another squirrel! I gotta make the sound every time, sorry. Yes, my husband is a smart man, Chris, you are correct. Okay, the conference thing that I wanted to mention though, this is gonna be really fun. Sandy and I are both gonna do this, and we're gonna guilt Shannon until she does it too. Yeah. So Brooke messaged me the other day with this great idea of having everybody take a short clip of themselves enjoying CityALight music, like whatever your favorite CityALight song is. Maybe you want to do a little dance and stuff to it, whatever you want to do. And then send us that clip so that we can put them all together and make a big clip. And then you'll be like a part of the conference and famous, sort of.
Shannon, where would they send that clip to? Like, how would they, where would they address it to?
Yeah, Shannon, where are you going to send that clip?
I mean,
so you guys can send it to me on Facebook. You can send it to Brooke on Facebook. You can send it Dropbox. You can send it Google Drive. Whatever works. Wherever you want to do, whatever you want to send it, we'll find it. Just make sure that you tag us in it, and that you're dancing to CityALight as a way to sort of give them a fun shout out for performing. You guys, I got the video of them performing already, and I get to see it. I love them. I'm so excited. I've actually gotten a lot of the ladies' conference speeches already too, because I get to like edit them, and I'm such a cheater. I'm like, I get all of this knowledge ahead of time. Sorry, I'm cheating about that. So this conference, Open Hearts in a Closed World, I do have some pictures for you guys while I tell you all about it. This conference is coming up on July 13th through July 17th. It will be at 9:30 Central Standard Time. That is when the CityALight worship will start. And then we will have a speaker on a different day. And after the main speakers will be a breakout session. And so if you can, if you haven't already joined the group, there's a group on Facebook that you can join where you'll get to watch it live there. You can watch it live over at Brooke Bartz Instagram page. You can watch it live over at the Open Hearts in a Closed World YouTube page. So there's lots of different ways that you can watch it live. And there's also a giveaway happening right now that is going on over in the Open Hearts group. And not only could you possibly win a Media Gratia code, which Sandy won last week.
Yay! Congratulations!
I'm so excited. might also win a Tulips and Honey shirt or coffee mug. So I haven't gotten to give one of those away in quite a while, which means, you know, you might want to go over there and check it out. I'm just saying, you might want to go and sign up for that one. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell you guys about all of that. And so really, honestly, all I have left now is just the sneak peek. Do you ladies have anything else you want to add before we sign out?
No, I know I wrote it down here in my notes. Ligonier Ministries, they have a magazine, tabletop magazine. And usually if you go online, you can, they'll send you I always sign up for the free stuff before I order stuff. So I was getting them, and so what I did was after I got done reading them, I gave them to our church to Breath of Life. I sent them in a package, and I told one of the ladies, please distribute these to the ladies there, you know. So so I was able to bless them with that. But it's always good to have those little magazines, even in your purse or in your car, because you never know, you know, who you're going to run into. You know, that's part of sharing the gospel with somebody. Hey, let me just give you this, and you know, they're not tracts or anything like that, but little magazines, and you just never know who you're going to touch. You never know who you're going to bless, or you know who you're going to run into. You know. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there.
That's true. Oh yeah, the Ligonier, like they're also offering like the free like classes, like for study groups and stuff. Is still available to I believe this is August 31st. So that's pretty cool too if anyone wants to do that.
Yeah, because I mean that's like I think it's a $7.99 a month subscription.
Yes.
Otherwise,
it is.
So, I signed up for that right before the pandemic started. So
free is always good.
Lady says the church history one. Mommy, what is it? A little extra time.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I am so blessed by both of you ladies joining me. Thank you so much for all of your help with this. These ladies have been such a blessing. They're a blessing over in the group. I'm thankful for them. And I'm thankful for all of the people that we were able to shout out. The sneak peek for coming Monday. The Monday's episode is my first episode that I've done in a really long time, all by myself. Obviously, I do mega lists by myself all the time, but this one was like a full-on episode. Somehow, I managed to almost stay on topic for like almost the whole time. Like close to sort of on topic.
No squirrel.
There was a lot of puppy fluff interrupting, trying to eat my microphone. But the topic that I'm going to be talking about on Monday is actually evolution, creationism, and dinosaurs. And so, really, that's like one of my favorite things to talk about is dinosaurs. So I'm really excited about this episode, and I do have you guys a little sneak peek of it. But before I play that, I just want to tell you guys all thank you so much, everybody that's in the group, everybody that's commenting. You guys' support has been such a blessing to me. Please join me in praying for our military members that are struggling with the fireworks that are going to be happening. The sounds and stuff are very disconcerting to them, and I'm sure that there are other people that also struggle with that if they have, you know, different mental issues that might cause that disconnect. So if you guys could join me for praying with them, and also thanking these two wonderful ladies that joined me today. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us.
Thank
you.
That's right. I'm just going to keep wrangling people in. It's really easy. I just guilt them.
You're funny.
I told Kim the other day, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's predestined for you. I was texting her. I was like, I think it's predestined for you to join me on the show for something. And she was like, oh, I guess I better then. That's all it takes. I'll use that all the time. I'll use it all the time. Okay, that's it then. That's all I got for you guys. God bless you all. And we'll see you next week. Bye, Humblebees.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
The atheist, the evolutionist, has a presupposition, and their presupposition is evolution millions of years. And so when you're coming to somebody and you're talking to them about that, rather than using all these big words like presupposition and all of these crazy facts and stuff, that's great to start with. You want to start with that, you want to give them a couple of facts, that's totally fine. But you can segue really quickly and easily into the gospel when you're talking about fossils, because God created in 6 days, and at the end of every day, he called all things good. There was no death in the beginning. When God created the earth, things didn't die. You didn't have these fossils. These weren't things yet. These fun fossils that I love to collect. I've got a bunch of teeth here. This is a Mosasaurus tooth. I've got a Spinosaurus tooth here. I love my fossils. You're not supposed to really hold them like I do, but I love them so much. I love my precious fossils. I have a problem. I need to stop collecting things. We travel. I don't know why I think I need to have lots and lots and lots of stuff, but anyway, squirrel. So what I would say is, like I was saying, the earth, when God created it, was good. There was no death. Death came to Adam after he sinned, and his sin has caused the earth to fall into a curse. And so you don't have to put it like that. That's obviously a lot of biblical language that as a believer we would understand. But if you're talking to an unbeliever, what you can basically say is, you see these fossils, they are evidence of sin on the earth, because death came when Adam sinned. And you and I sin. We lie, we steal, we lust, we are angry when we hate one another. It is murder in our hearts to God when we lust after someone that is not our spouse. That is adultery in God's eyes. We lie. There's not a person on earth that can say that they've never lied. That's not a thing that exists. Everybody lies. And so the evidence of the fact that we are sinners living in a sinful world is that there is such a thing as death. Fossils, every single fossil that's pulled out of the earth is just evidence of death. And if they've been there for millions of years, then what God created in the beginning isn't good, because there was no death in the beginning. So these creatures could not have been there already dead. There's no gap in anything, right? Like that idea. Nope. There's no gap between creating creatures and Adam falling. That there was no death before Adam fell. Adam fell, now there's death. Obviously you don't have to get into all of that. I'm just giving you that little, that was free. That one was free. That little bit of conversation was free. But what you do want to do from there is you let them know, hey, not only did all these creatures die, but you and I are going to die as well, because we also live in this fallen world and we're also sinners. And so we are not going to be fossilized and remembered forever. One day we're just going to die and they're going to bury us in a box, or you're going to get cremated. And it's appointed to man once to die, and then comes judgment. What are you going to hear on the day of judgment whenever you face the great judge of all the earth, the creator of these beings, the creator of these dinosaurs, creator of you and me? What are you going to say whenever he holds you account for all of those lies and all of those lustful thoughts and all of the pride and the hatred? And that is a great way to segue in through to the gospel.